creates a spirit of resentment in every Negro. They think they're living in a police state and they become hostile toward the policeman. They think that the policeman is there to be against them rather than to protect them. And these thoughts, these frustrations, these apprehensions automatically are sufficient to make these Negroes begin to form means and ways to protect themselves in case the police themselves get too far out of them.
For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the fruit. For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the fruit. How did we get here again?
They still killing us out here, family. Strange fruit.
How did we get here again? Strange.
Yeah.
How did we get here again?
Peace. Real.
How did we get here again? Strange.
Me and Billie Holiday, we talking strange fruits. Old trees, same story, but new news. Bloodshed cause of blood ties, blood roots. Vamp killer for true blood, cause my blood true. Strange fruit, swinging food for the fires of the earth. Yeah, the crow eating us with the worms in the dirt. Some burn, still burn, cause they in turn from the curse. I'm in the need for Bay Al, so they burn with the church. Dead on the vine, they turn the race. And I stay there united, but I grace amazing. Redemption for them, with that in the sky. No bird, no plane, this y'all should have saved them. Let me take you to D&T, yeah. Just now for the triple D, yeah. Where they say things have changed, but things are the same. They memorialized in a hanging tree. They still rally in the city cuz Triple K in your city blood. The judges and police, the politician, government branches be hanging us.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. All right, can brothers hear me?
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom. Hey, man, I don't know what's going on my end, but everything is freezing. Can y'all brothers still hear me, though?
Khan, you loud and clear.
All right, well, I don't know what's going on my end, but we're going to deal with it. And if I freeze out, y'all just text me, and y'all keep it moving. Oh, there it go. It fixed itself. All right, man. Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Shemarathon to the sisters. All right, man. We doing another Thursday night class, man. This one supposed to be a regular thing, but hey, man, we got to do it, man. I got the brother Aharon and the brother Giannis. All right. So, man, first and foremost, man, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai. All right, for allowing us to do another class and do the work of the Most High. Also, all right, we're a Bible school, so you want to take your pens and your pads out, get your Bible, your apocrypha. You might need a concordance and a dictionary tonight. All right. And you want to like the video, man. You want to like the video, share, and subscribe. All right. Also, man, in the description, SOT North Carolina's link is in the description. All right. So you want to definitely click on that link and subscribe to the channel so you can see these videos in here. All right. I don't know why they're hating on us with our music, man. All right, because the song is fitting. The song is very fitting for what this class is about. I was
vibing for a minute too, man.
Yeah,
right.
Bro. That song hit, bro. It's very fitting for what we were about to discuss tonight. All right, in lieu of this so-called national holiday they got going on. All right. Giannis, you want to explain what today is, man?
Hey, Khan. So look, Israel, I was minding my business. You know what I'm saying? Minding my business. Went on the internet and I saw this thing called International Holocaust, Awareness Day. Remembrance Day. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I ain't never even heard of that before, but I looked on my calendar. Got my calendar right here on the wall. It's actually on there now. So if y'all didn't know about that, you know, they've set a day aside to remember the so-called Holocaust, right? So that's exactly what we're gonna do it to here today, man. You know, we're gonna remember it in all honesty,
right.
all honesty and fairness. You know, we're gonna compare some scriptures. We're gonna look at modern history, and we're gonna see what Holocaust, you know, is really notable enough for us to deal with.
That's right. All right. So you want to like the video? You want to share this video with your friends, man? You might make a couple people mad, but who cares? All right. So, Aharon, you want to go ahead and open up, King?
Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. The Wada Yahweh. Man, you remembering the Holocaust, man. You remembering the Holocaust that the brother Captain Jonathan eloquently put. You know what I'm saying? And the first scripture I want to go to, that we all go to, a classic, is Revelations 2:9. Because when you speak of the Holocaust, you start speaking of the so-called Jewish man. You know what I'm saying? The fake Jew trotting down our land, pretending to be us. You know what I'm saying? We start thinking about that. And I don't want to go too hard on that subject. But the fact of the matter is that I can't help it. I can't help it, man. You know, I get a little angry thinking about that situation. How do you get remembered for a so-called Holocaust when we've been through Holocaust throughout our generations, man?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been killed, tortured, murdered. You talking about some flames, man. Our feet been into the fire, man. It's still in the fire. But we don't get no days. You don't get no reparations, billions of dollars a year for a defense budget. We don't get none of that.
That's right.
It's the lock here if I'm going off from the subject, but we don't get none of that, man. You know? So bring that out real quick.
Khan, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. And unto the angel of the church in Smyrna, right?
You definitely reading the wrong scripture.
Salakia. Verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Hey, yo, how is y'all saying, man, he knows our works and the tribulation and the poverty? He know what the hell we've been through. He know who's been through the true Holocaust, man. And he knows who are them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. What's that? What's that mean, man? The church of Satan.
That's right.
The chief house of Satan, man. Let me get that Revelation 12:9. We pull that scripture all the time. You know what I'm saying? That scripture is fitting to start off today's lesson. And I ain't even gonna pull too many scriptures before we get into it. I'm gonna just got a couple more.
God. Chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
He did what?
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Uh-huh.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
See, what's going to happen at the end of the day is that the devil and all his angels going to be cast out of that power seat that they sitting in. That power seat that they use to deceive the whole world. They're going to be cast out of that thing, man. They're going to be moved aside, man.
That's right.
For all things that all the they told. All the magic and trickery. Man, they're going to be cast down for all of that. You know what I'm saying? The true people going to rise up. We ain't going to have no need to remember, you know what I'm saying, their Holocaust day. Because they're going to have a new Holocaust day. At the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's right.
But the fact of the matter is, it's a lot of lies out here about a lot of different things. So you got to pull that Psalms 58 and 3. Because this is what they do.
I'm already there, King.
Yo, grab Ezekiel 35 and 5 for me real quick. Also.
This is Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yo, lies, man. Lies, man. Theft of land, theft of the name, theft of who you know what I'm saying, of a people, because they had their hands in involvement in the slave trade of us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to harken too much more, man, but man, they got their hands in everything.
Let's keep reading on
that. What you say?
Let's keep reading on that.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 4, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are deaf, Slakia. They are like the deaf adder, which stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Right? I wanted to keep reading on that, Slakia. I wanted to keep reading on that because, and I'm going to get a scripture after the one that the brother Aharon is pulling next, right? But these people, we already know that they the Synagogue of Satan. They're the chief house of Satan. We already know that they had a hand in the slave trade. But we also know that these people, they had no remorse, right? We supposed to remember they so-called Holocaust, right? They had no remorse, and they can't be charmed. They, like I said, they had a hand in the slave trade. They the ones who sought after the blood of Jacob and did not have no pity. Right? They can't be charmed, man. Right? It's just, hey, just like your everyday white man walking around, your regular old Edomite, right? They can shoot us down in the streets, no remorse. We can say we love them as much as we want. They're gonna keep saying you niggas are not the real Jew. They're gonna keep saying this. So this is why we got to keep having classes like this. And I'll get a couple precepts in a minute. Go ahead.
Let me get that in Ezekiel.
Khan.
35, starting verse 5 and 6.
Khan, book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh our power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. If thou have not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Man, they want to cry about them getting killed. They want to, you know what I'm saying, have their days. Remember this. Yo, Esau is good for that. Yo, remember this, remember that, remember the Alamo, remember Pearl Harbor, remember the 4th of July, remember all of these things that pertain to them.
That's right.
And what they tell you about slavery? Oh, that was such a long time ago. Forget that. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? But because you had a perpetual hatred against us, man, the Most High is going to make you remember blood because you're going to taste of it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to shed it. And blood's going to pursue you because you pursue blood, man. That's just a fact. And that's just a scripture. That's just the Most High. I mean, if you don't believe it, so what? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It don't matter if you don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Thus says the Most High, thus says the Holy Bible. I'm going to pull my last scripture, the book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee.
Mm-hmm.
And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee. I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them my enemies, man. Yo, y'all should feel the same way I feel. Same way that David felt. The same way that everybody who loved the Most High, you know what I'm saying, wholeheartedly feels about the Most High enemies, man. And the enemies of your people, man. Yo, I yield on that.
Hey, Salaki, real quick. You was gonna pull Psalms 83, right? Jonathan?
You know we gotta hit that.
I ain't want to pull it prematurely.
All right, we ready to go to it. Let's hit it. We'll come back to it.
All right, Con, let's go ahead and get that real quick then. Because I want to make a point just out of that, and then I'm gonna let you go in on that real quick. I just want to make a point on it.
Con. You want me to start at 1 or 3?
Let's start at 1.
Con. The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken.
So, like, this is what we praying for. This is really that's why I wanted to start at 1. We praying for this. That's like, yo, these people are mocking us daily by being in our land, acting like they're the chosen people. They say that they keep the Torah, but they have the biggest gay pride parade, which is breaking the Torah. Right. They have something called kosher pig now. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous, bro. This is what we're asking God not to hold his peace and not to keep silent, man. To turn up on these people. Keep going, King.
Khan, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
The crafty counsel is them portraying to be us, and we just niggas. The crafty counsel, we can go on and on for days what crafty counsel could be, from doggone the school system to redlining to ABC stores on every corner to Planned Parenthood. That's different parts of the crafty counsel, but the biggest part of their crafty counsel is making sure that we didn't know who we were. Keep going.
Khan, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And this is where I wanted to stop at. You can keep, you can let me back and go where you wanted to go on this. But it said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Now, we started off with Revelation 2:9, and these people will be impoverished, correct? It will be in poverty and tribulation. We have to do a PG-13 version of this class because we know if we say the wrong thing, these people can shut our channel down because they run the media industry. They run the Diamond District. They run the World Bank, right? So we know Revelation 2:9 can't be talking about them. But wait, it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Jonathan, what's today's day? What's the name of today's day again?
It's International Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Who supposedly went in the Holocaust?
Supposedly the Jewish man.
But the name of Israel is supposed to be no longer in remembrance. They're supposed to be Israel.
No, it's not. They're not. They don't call itself Israel. They're Israeli.
They're Israeli, right? But they're supposed to be the Jews. They're supposed to be the Israelites, which they never call themselves.
They never call themselves Israelites.
Never, right? But they're supposed to be the people. So we shouldn't be having this day then. That's all I wanted to get on that. We shouldn't be having this day by default.
Right.
Go ahead, Jonathan. That's all I wanted out of that. That's just a quinky thing.
Hey, that's a heavy point. Because the only thing I want to point out before we get too heavy into it, right, is that they not even supposed to know who they are in the land of captivity. They supposed to be actually being called everything but the name of the sons of God, man. Right? Let's get Deuteronomy 28:37 real quick. Let's see. Let's see
right.
what the Bible says.
Right.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37.
Hey, let's start at 15.
Let's start at 15 then. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Hey, would you step out on a limb and say that if these people are the real Israelites, that the so-called Holocaust would have been a form of a curse?
That would have definitely been a curse.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's jump to verse 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Hey, so listen, a part of that astonishment, proverb, and the byword is that they're not going to be called the children of God everywhere they go, right? We know this according to the book of Hosea, right? A part of that astonishment, proverb, and the byword is that they're going to give you a new name that they're going to call you. But the whole world recognized that you're the Jew. So how is it that the world recognizes that you're a Jew? Only certain in particular curses that you feel like fit you, only certain in particular curses fall according to your people. When the Bible says that all these curses apply to you, man. Y'all don't fit the barometer. Y'all don't fit the test, man.
I got another one.
I was going to say, go ahead.
I got another one. Read verse 68. Let's just talk about that one for a second.
Let's do it.
We really can go to 64.
Hey, hold on. Before you go there, Judah, because I got you.
Okay.
Real quick, right? Right? On the contrary, they are literally showing themselves to be who the curses say will be our enemies.
There you go.
You go to Deuteronomy 28 and 43, right?
43, says, I got you. I'll read it for you. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 43.
43 and 44.
Let's do it. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
We know that's not them.
Right.
We know that's not them. We know who's got up very high.
Mm-hmm.
We know through history, through archaeology, you know what I'm saying? Through the Apocrypha that they try to destroy and try to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Where they start letting us know, you know what I'm saying, where they even come into play at. You know what I'm saying? That's just not them.
Right.
And the curses that we deal with, they above us. So they will be put in the category as the stranger.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? Maybe they went through the curses, but they not under the curses no more. Maybe that's what it is.
Wow.
Maybe they not under the curses no more, right?
We gonna get into that.
Well, we have to. Well, you got to keep reading.
All right.
Verse 44. Oh man, we're going through 45. I'm sorry.
You got to go to 46.
46.
That's right. You got to go to 46.
Then we're gonna go to 47. All right, let's go. 44.
We go to 68 after that. Go ahead,
we definitely going through 46 though. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Who's the chief lender in the world, man? The chief lender in the world.
It's a so-called
They control the world banks. They control all the financial systems. They lend into. Come on, bro.
Hey,
you can't even get a home without their approval. You can't get a car loan without their approval. You know what I'm saying? Right. Banks can't get loans without their approval. You know what I'm saying? They set the credit rate, the standards of the Federal Reserve. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They set those things, man. The value of money. These people set this. So who's in what position? You know what I'm saying? Read and make you think for yourself. Who's in what position? And now, what's the purpose of? Maybe we should go to 68 and then come back to 45 and 46.
Let's go to 64 first.
Con.
Con. Oh, you mean 46?
Nah, 64.
Okay, Con, go ahead.
I got a point I want to make.
Go ahead.
Somebody read that for me real quick.
Con, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Now I want to make a point. We can go through all these curses and we can show so-called Haitians under these curses in Haiti, right? We can show brothers in Libya going through these curses. We can show people in Ghana going through these curses. We can show people in the UK going through these curses. We can show people in America, so on and so forth, Mexico, Puerto Rico, wherever you want to, for the four corners, we can show this, right? So first of all, it said that you will be scattered among all people. We can see that amongst all people, right? Then it said you will serve other gods. You talk to a so-called Jewish person right now, they will say that they never left. They never left their Torah.
Hey, that's right.
They will tell you this. That they will use that as a point to show why you're not the Jew.
That's right.
We've had our Torah for 2,000 years. I can't even talk like them. You know what I'm saying? We've had our Torah for 2,000 years. That goes against the Torah.
Right.
Right.
Hey, that's the ultimate cut right there. Every time they say that.
Yeah, that's a cut, bro. Now let's go to we really could go to man, no, let's read through. Let's keep going. Let's read through.
65. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease. Hey, Salakia, my fault. I meant to add this. I had to add this. What you bringing out is so heavy. Our people, we looking right past this. In my Bible, right beside 64, it says the word scattered. You ain't gonna be able to see it. So I don't even know why I'm showing it, right? But in my Bible, right beside the verse 64, it says scattered. Like the brother said, they have a word called diaspora. Right? So we have a so-called, they call it the African diaspora. But we got brothers in Australia who done went over there, but they look just like you, but they don't speak no English. Brazil, Haiti, like the brother was saying. How come all the white Jews in the same place? Somebody put something in the chat, man. We got to figure this out. Why all the white Jews came from the same place?
They got to tell me something.
Yo, why your Bible said that the Jews going to be all over the earth? The Israelites going to be all over the earth, but they kicking the so-called Hebrew Israelites out of Damona right now. Tell me this. Put it in the chat. Somebody let us know.
I never understood. I never understood where the rest of the tribes at. It's Israel. Where the rest of the tribes at? Is Judah the only tribe that's going through curses or just getting blessings or just Judah?
Hey, look, I'm gonna ask a question because the ones that I've met, they're only Benjamin or Levi for some reason, right? Now, because you gotta have Levitical priests, so they gotta be one of them, right? But my thing is this: it said that they will be scattered. It never said. All right, see, there's some Jewish people.
They about to kick in your door.
They will catch something too.
Right, right.
Hey, so it said that you will be scattered among all nations, right? When did it say you will move there? Because they'll probably try to say, well, we have Jewish people in Africa. When did it say you will move there? You will migrate. No, it said you will be scattered. That's by force.
That's by force. That's right.
That's by force, bro. So that doesn't work. Like Anash said, hey, that's Nayan. He said the math not mathing. It ain't coming together right. You know what I'm saying? Keep going in that, man.
Khan, verse 65. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Now wait. It said, where was we at? If we go to 46, right? It said that I know we're going back there, but it said it would be a sign and a wonder upon your seed forever.
Forever.
But it said right here that among these nations that you will be scattered about or with, you will have no ease, man. Neither will your foot have rest. Keep going.
Khan. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind.
Come on, bro. When is that going on? Read the next part.
Con. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
Bro, y'all have your own, it's ours, but y'all have your own land, bro.
That's right.
We in the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have to rethink their whole situation every time red, white, and blue lights flash behind them.
That's right.
Every time. You don't know if you're getting out of that situation at all.
And you clean too.
You good.
You clean. You got your license set up, your registration good, but you still like, damn, this might be it.
And they're gonna find I was thinking about Eric Garner today, right? And I was thinking about how these people can kill you and then make an excuse and or say, well, he was gonna die anyway. They said Eric Garner had heart congestion or something, his arteries was clogged. He was on his way to dying anyway. They did the same thing to George Floyd.
What that got to do with anything, man? That's crazy.
So you was gonna die anyway. So it's okay that I killed you right now. You have no insurance for your life, yo. Skip to 68, and then we'll go back.
Hold on, real quick, Shalakia, real fast, right? Who does this more depict? You know what I'm saying? And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of life. Listen, man. Even if you went through this tribulation for what was it, Jonathan? 12 years.
That's right, 12 years. Tops.
Give or take 12-year period of time. And I do want to touch on that thing we was going to touch on a little earlier. Even if you went through this 12-year period of time where your life was in danger, and you want to make up this thing anti-Semitic, so people were always trying to attack you. We've been in captivity here alone, just on the record books, for over 400 years. Just on the record.
Right.
That doesn't include our Native American brothers and sisters who got raped, robbed, and murdered and their land stolen from them. That doesn't include anything that happened prior to us coming onto the shores of America on slave ships. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't include all of the different things that happened to all the different captivities we've been through. Yo, listen, man, who does this depict, man? I can't, no insurance of my life. My children don't even want to come outside. What does the Scripture and Lamentations say? They hunt our steps.
That's right.
They don't hunt your steps, bro. They don't hunt your steps. You out there dancing at the damn gay parade. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Salakia, can we pull that one?
Lamentations.
Yeah, Con, let's pull it. Because I think that's a heavy point, man.
You know what? We just been moving in the spirit. But you know what? Right. Dealing with this subject right there, you gotta go to Deuteronomy 28, because we gotta show you who we are and who they are not. We gotta show it. It just makes sense.
That's right, and that's what we want to show y'all, man. When we name this class, what Holocaust? We asking you the question: what group of people went through a Holocaust worth remembering? You want to call this Holocaust Remembrance Day? Well, damn it, we're gonna remember our Holocaust then, right? And we're not gonna be afraid of the repercussions of Esau, man. That goes to show you that the brother pointed this out earlier. He said, we gotta tiptoe through this lesson because they might take our channel down. That right there shows you that they hunting our steps. That's cold, man. All right, this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 18. All right, and it says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. All right, so that's that failing heart that we read about in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Right, and guess what? The Lord had to do that to you because you was proud. Right, when we was in our land, man, we was proud as hell, man. Let's be for real. So the Lord had to do that because we was the greatest people. So to put us in the land and not give us a failing heart, we were just gonna come over here and destroy these Edomites, man, and take it back to the kingdom. The Lord had to give us a failing heart, man. So, we gotta understand what's going on, man. This is the saddest thing I ever seen in my life. When I look through these commandments and I see the state of my people, on the Shabbat, man, walking up and down the street, walking as I see men as trees, man. They don't know what the hell going on.
Come.
Hey, peep this real quick, right? The Most High is such an awesome, amazing God, right? He put this in the scripture in verse 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. Who has known to be the eagle?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Who has known to be the eagle? That's also in the curses dealing with the eagle on the dollar bill, as brother Judah is posting up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. The Most High is giving you a hint of what's going to happen. Who's going to pursue you? I yield on that point.
Hey, read verse 66 again, and then go into verse 67. This is crazy. Read that. We kind of skip over 67 a lot. Like us as brews in general, we don't never really hop on 67. But this is really our life. Like, read that.
Verse 60, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear night and day, and shall have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
Hey, I wish it was evening, dog. Like, hey, I wish it was just go ahead and be the evening time. I wish this was over with. Keep going.
And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning.
And at the evening time, damn, I wish it was the morning. Right? You don't have no rest.
That's right.
Hey, I want to get Micah 2 and 10. Keep going, King.
For the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
You're going to be so scared at the things that you've seen and experiencing. In the morning, you're going to wish it was evening. In the evening, you're going to wish it was the morning. That means you have no rest. You're just hoping everything can be over with. You know what I'm saying? You're just hoping it's the next day.
That's right. That's
how crazy. Bro, you own the Diamond District. You own the dang I think they're getting into the gold mines in Africa, or they already done that, right? You took over a whole land that's not yours. You know what I'm saying? You get billions of dollars worth of aid every year, right?
You kingmakers.
Say it again.
You run governments. You
run governments. Right. You select.
So you run governments.
Select the governments, right? You definitely. You select the governments. You know what I'm saying? I think I already said something about the World Bank. You know what I'm saying? You can't be touched, or it's anti-Semitism.
Oh yeah, you're
protected by anti-Semitism alone. Just the word. You're protected by that alone. But it says that you just gonna wish the morning.
Bro, you're such a big thief that you still.
Go ahead, King.
Yo, you such a big thief that you steal our music industry.
Hey, yo, they got Amalek
like,
rappers.
Oh no.
Hey, but the thing about it is, you push the downfall of a people. You get rich off of murder, kill, bitches and hoes, pop pills and drugs, spend money, diamonds, which you own, diamonds and jewelry. You know what I'm saying? And put the money right back into the economy.
Yep.
Money with people.
Hey, is he breaking up, or is that just me?
Yeah, he breaking up.
All right.
Hey, let's. I don't know what's going on with the brother. We're gonna keep going though.
All right.
Yeah. The brother was breaking up, man. Let's keep going. Let's go ahead and get 6. Nah, give me that Michael 2 and 10 if you back. Hold on. You on mute, King.
All right, the book of Micah. Y'all can hear me?
You're good.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Hey, man. We supposed to arise and depart.
It is polluted.
Salaki, King. I think there's a little lag, but We supposed to arise and depart. For this right here is not our rest. This is the reason these scriptures were written right here. So you can remember who you are. This is why verse 46 in Deuteronomy 28 was written. So you can remember who you are. It says in 67 that in the morning you will wish it was the evening, and in the evening you will wish it was the morning. You just want the days to go past because of the things that you will see. Khan, Aharon does have AOL, right? Khan. Right?
You got jokes.
Right? But it's because this is not our. It literally says what Michael 2:10 is saying in 67. This is not your rest. Why is it not our rest? Aharon, keep going.
Let me start from top again. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction."
Giannis and Slaki, give me Revelation 18:4. This is right. This place is polluted, and it will destroy you with a sore destruction. This is not our end all be all. This is not our kingdom. Our kingdom cannot be this. The Most High gave this for a kingdom to the other nations. But our kingdom is going to be something that we can't even imagine, man. Go ahead, Giannis, and we'll get back to it.
Khan, Book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues."
Because this place is polluted, man. We're not supposed to have no part in this kingdom, man. This kingdom is polluted. This is why it's not our rest. This is what Deuteronomy 28 and 67 is saying. That's proof that this is not our kingdom. This is proof that this is not Amalek or the so-called Jewish man in Deuteronomy 28 and 67. But let's get the last one so I can get that point that I was going to make.
All right. I'm going to get a precept after you're done with that, but go ahead.
Con King.
Which one are you looking for now?
68.
All right. Absolutely got to hit 68. Absolutely.
Got to hit that. It's classic.
All right. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
You skipped something.
He showed up there.
Yo, what is going on, bro? I can't read it. That's on me. That's on me. Classic verse too, right? All right. Let's do it again. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. It don't pertain
to them. That's why you skipped over it.
Hey, you know what's funny? Because
I'm trying to protect a minute.
What you just skipped over is the point where I'm reading this. Go ahead.
Hey, no folly. That's on me. That's on me.
God.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
No, with trains.
With ships.
With 4 trucks.
With ships.
Okay, then. I think I watched The Diary of Anne Frank and them other stupid movies they made you watch in middle school. And they picked you up on them trucks. And you got packed on trains. You took Amtrak. Right? But it says that you were going to slavery on ships.
That's right.
Hold up now. The math ain't mathing, man.
Right.
Keep going.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
What is that it that we will never see again? Can one of y'all brothers tell me?
Your homeland. You should have asked the people in the chat.
That's right. Cool. But hold on. Salaki, I forgot I don't do Savage Wanna Brew. I know you be asking questions, my bad. But you would never see your homeland again. Hold up. I thought Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and all that was your homeland.
Uh-oh.
Something's not adding up. Go ahead, finish it out, King.
Khan. And there you shall be sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
That's funny because I heard of a thing called a Balfour Declaration, which catapulted you into your homeland.
There you go. Hey, it was a man who signed that.
Yeah.
But he happened to be one of the richest men in the world.
But what is Isaiah 14 and 1?
Yo, you know what? I was just thinking that same thing. We could go to Isaiah 14. We could go to Ezekiel.
Do we need to do that real quick? Just the first verse?
Hey, we ain't got to do it. We ain't got to do it.
Isaiah 14 and 1 says that the Most High will set us in our own, the Israelites, in their own land.
Right.
But what did you just say? You just said, y'all said that a man did that.
There you go.
It's a cut. That's the cut.
That's a one precept cut.
But
right?
Go ahead, King Salaki.
Hey, look, I want to pull this precept, then we're gonna get into the comparison, okay?
Let's do it, King. What you want?
Let's get Hosea chapter 1 and verse 10.
That's a good precept.
Right? Because this right here is irrefutable proof that the so-called Jewish man is not the man of God. Right? Right? He is not the man of God. We're gonna break this down real slow. All right.
I'll read for you.
Okay, go ahead, King.
Yeah, the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Hey, so basically what that means is that Abraham, the promise that the Lord gave to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob shall come true, right? No matter what happens, no matter what happened in the earlier parts of this chapter, the promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob shall come true. Come on.
Khan, that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Hey, that's strike number one, because there was never a place where y'all was not called God's people, because according to you, you've known who you are this whole time, and you've been keeping the Torah the whole time. So according to you, this don't apply, okay? But what we say is that this is the land where it was said we was not his people, because we was called Gentiles, right? I was called an African American. I was called an Indian. You know, my brothers was called Mexicans. My brothers was called Seminole Indians. All right. But in this land where it was said unto us, we are not the children of God. This is the same land that we found out we are the children of the living God. So this don't apply to you. All right. Come on. Let's hit verse 11.
Khan, book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
Hold on.
And appoint themselves one head.
Hold on. It says, then shall they be gathered together. But this is in the land of their captivity.
Hey.
When did the so-called Jewish man be put in captivity with the northern and the southern kingdom, when he'll tell you he don't know where the hell the northern kingdom is? He don't know where the northern kingdom at, but you ain't the northern kingdom.
But you ain't them.
So wait, they were supposed to gather together in the concentration camps with Hitler.
Hey, according to the prophecy, the northern kingdom is supposed to be somewhere up in them concentration camps. According to prophecy. So let's keep reading.
Come, start from the top again in verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head.
There go the cut.
And they shall
another
come
cut.
out.
You can keep going. Hey, but there go another cut. Who is your one head? Who is your one head? See, now they really cut, because they don't even believe in Hamashiach Yahushua.
Exactly.
Hey, and if they do, they believe in that white man hanging up on grandma's wall, man.
So hey, I know they appointed themselves a Messiah, right? Like last year sometime.
I remember hearing something like that. Man, they need to get out of here with that.
Hey, Giannis and Salakia, because you will find some. I've had some in my inbox since the Clubhouse thing started, that some do believe in the Messiah, but some don't.
Right.
That's even a cut in itself.
That is.
Because it said you will appoint yourself one head. Some of their head is just Yahweh. Well, we know who they believe to be God.
Right.
And then some of their head will be Yahushua. It's supposed to be one.
That's right.
So that's a cut right there.
Be one head. That's right.
Huh.
Hey,
but even with that, they shall appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
Before they go into the land, they got to appoint themselves one head.
Before they come out of captivity, they supposed to be together, and they supposed to have one head.
That's right.
But here we are in today's time, and they will tell you, we don't know where the northern kingdom at. But yet and still, they kicking the Hebrew Israelites in Dimona, they kicking them the hell out, right? They got the Eritreans in open air prisons down there, and they beating the hell out of the damn Ethiopians, man. The police officers just whooping ass over there, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hey, like I said, y'all believe that these the people if you want to, man. Y'all play that game. Hey, look, the sister Jahaziel Hausa Kaziyah, she said they say Yahushua in hell, right? If you go into the oral tradition, they trying to tell you that Yahushua boiling in excrement. So these so-called Christian pastor clowns, man, who go around saying that the Israelites don't know, we don't know what we're talking about, but they sending their dollars over to Israel, and these people teaching that your so-called Messiah is boiling in excrement, man. That's the foolishness of this stuff, man. They'll do anything except for tell you that you're an Israelite. They'll do anything else. Khan, that's all I got.
Hey, that's a cut. Salakia. Hey, so I guess we can get into these articles, man, because that was about 20 minutes of cuts of why they are not the people of the book. That was beautiful. We could have ended the class there. That was fun. All right, let's get into it. Hey, whose article we bringing up first?
Let's go into that article that Aharon shared.
The 11, what was it called again, Aharon?
Yeah, the facts. It says the 11 facts about the Holocaust. A lot of people don't really know too much about the Holocaust, except for the movies they seen. And we ain't gonna get into everything about it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn some of the things they supposedly had went through, and we're gonna compare it to some of the things that we had went through.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna go. Y'all made a valid point. We ain't gonna go too far back. We're gonna go to around the period of time that we set our foot on this land, or we have records showing that our people, our brothers and sisters, have endured certain situations on this land. We might reference some of those things that happened in the past because we have to. You know what I'm saying? But we want to do a little compare and contrast if possible.
Yeah, Con. I'm about to bring it up in 3, 2, 1. All right, just tell me if I need to zoom in just a tad bit because I know it'd be different on the other
Yeah,
side.
you gotta zoom in.
Okay, Con. Just let me know when to stop. Hold on.
All right, the very first thing it says is the Holocaust was stop. All right, the Holocaust was a state-sponsored mass murder of millions of Jewish people. So it starts getting into all this other stuff about queers and people with disabilities. But the fact of the matter is the Holocaust was a state-sponsored mass murder of millions of Jewish people. So what was the very first that we can think of in the scriptures, the very first state-sponsored mass murder, or even a genocide, you could even say? What was that? Anybody know in the chat? Anybody know? Because we've been through this very first state-sponsored mass murder or mass genocide, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna post it in the chat, Akim.
Bro, hey, I like to ask questions in the chat, Akim, man. I like to ask questions. And brothers, see if brothers is following and if they, you know what I'm saying, if they really rocking with us. If they've been reading, you know what I'm saying, they should know this.
Mm-hmm. Time, because look, you know, this right here, and we speaking of in the scriptures, right? We speaking of the first. There you go. You can post that up. He put it in there.
Which one, Salaki? Me and Israel?
Hey, you cheating? That's Captain Rock. That's Captain the Rock right there. Captain
right. That brother zealous, man.
Hey, man, that brother Aharon need to quit with that dial-up, man. That brother Aharon got dial-up, man. He can't talk on the house phone and use his internet at the same time.
Here you go. Hey, look, brother The Rock gave y'all the answer, man. Look, Egypt is the first time we have record of a state-sponsored mass murder, man, of our people. You can go ahead and take that over. You got it.
Hey, Aharon, you there?
I think he's still having.
All right, go ahead, King. You want me to read the second one? Yeah, we can read you. I mean, we can hear you. We can read you. We can hear you, King.
Hey, Jonathan, you want to read that account or not?
Yeah, Con, I got you.
Matter of fact, we don't even gotta read. We don't even have to read it. Y'all understand what that is. But another yo, listen, our brothers and sisters, Native American brothers and sisters, man, they had state-sponsored massacres of our brothers and sisters. COINTELPRO was a state-sponsored massacre or infiltration of our movements by the government. The drug epidemic was a state-sponsored mass murder of our people. It's been happening in our lifetimes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Jim Crow, state-sponsored. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different things that's been state-sponsored, and you can even look at it as mass murdering of our people that's been happening in today's age.
That's right. Hey, that's right. And I did want to read one precept from that in Exodus, right? Let me go ahead and get it. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us. So what does this sound like, Israel? Right? I'm gonna show you something. Hey, let me share my screen now, real quick. Right? I'm gonna show y'all something, man, because this, you can't get away from this. And a lot of the times we overlook the crafty counsel that Esau has done to destroy us. I'm talking about, hey, you got to give it up to him. Masterful work, right? So I downloaded this. This is it's off of. I'll give you the source in a second, but it's just off of a research website, and basically they're talking about the prison industrial complex, right? Check this out. At its core, the prison industrial complex refers to the ways in which government. Hey, can y'all see that?
No, you're not sharing nothing.
Okay, Salaki.
Hey, Salaki, I gotta edit. That's why.
Okay, con. There you go. All right. So, once again, this is off a research website. It's called the Prison Industrial Complex and Modern Slavery, right? And you can Google that term, prison industrial complex. That'll be a class for a different time. But it says, at its core, the prison industrial complex refers to the ways in which government and industry, right? So state-sponsored, look to policing, incarceration, and surveillance as solutions to socio-economic, socio-political problems. Put in a different way, it's a symbiotic relationship between police departments, court systems, probation offices, transportation companies, food service providers, and many others, all of which ultimately benefit from maintaining incarceration. So guess what? When they created this system, not only did they create a system to continually and perpetually keep you in destruction, keep you in slavery, keep you incarcerated, but they also created an economic system through doing that. Now they can get free labor from your black ass when you go to jail. Now they can create jobs for millions of people that's connected to the prison system. So when you open your mouth and say, yo, this prison system ain't right, they're going to be like, oh, but then we have to eliminate 1 million jobs. We're not going to do that. So too bad. Right? Let's go down a little bit further. So the United States has shown a commitment to mass incarceration, even as reform measures look to slow incarceration rates. Read this. It says incarceration rates exploded during the 90s and into the 2000s. One major factor for the sudden boom was the use of mandatory minimum sentencing. As a result, the United States built a new prison every 10 days from 1990 to 2005. In 15 years, they opened up 544 new correctional facilities. All right. Second paragraph. The correlation between incarceration rates and profit are clear. From 1980 to 1994, private prisons saw a rise in profits from $392 million to 1.3 billion. So I'm gonna stop right there. But I'm just letting y'all know that, you know, when we talk about crafty counsel, these people really took it to the damn astronomical levels on you. Okay? And now they've built an economy around it. So, hey, you can go march, you can go do all you want. They're not bringing this down for you, man. And what the Lord said, he said that this is going to be on you forever. And he said you're going to find no ease for the sole of your foot. I yield.
Yo, one more point that I want to make too about this crafty counsel about state-sponsored mass murder, our food. You know what I'm saying? The Food and Drug Administration, the drugs that we take, the medical things how they treat us with our drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even deal with real cures. You know what I'm saying? They manage pain. You know what I'm saying? Just recently they've been doing lawsuit because they've been getting hurt for their opioid epidemics. You know what I'm saying? They've been slowing that down. But for years, they gave our children Ritalin. You know what I'm saying? Gave our children pills.
That's right.
So that's the food, hormones, and you know what I'm saying? All the different things that they do with that. That's another form of state-sponsored mass murder. Tell you can't even, let you go to Cuba or Canada and get some cancer treatment. The FDA will be at your door.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I just wanted to speak on that real quick.
Khan, so do we want to go back to that article that you was just at?
Yeah, Khan, we can go to the next point on that article now.
All right, Khan. Let me bring it back up real quick.
Like the brother said, we ain't going to hit every single point, man, but hey, you're going to see. It's really cut and dry.
Point number 2. While a majority of the killings occurred from 1941 through 1945, Jews were persecuted by the Nazi regime starting in 1933 when Adolf Hitler came to power in Germany.
12 years. Am I right? Is my math right?
That's right. 12 years.
12-year period of time. These people has gone through some kind of massacre. Some people would say that this didn't happen like this. I don't know for sure, but I know 12 years pales in comparison to our over 400 years of being raped, robbed, and murdered just on this land alone, just for us. Not even our Native American brothers and sisters. 12 years, man. You talking about when Adolf Hitler came into power, how many different people came into power and has been conspiring against us?
Right.
Who has came into power and said, yo, let's help them. Let's help them rise up. Let's help them get out of the situation that they're in. Let's, you know what I'm saying, give them a helping hand. They've been down for too long. Nobody. So, I don't know if y'all want to touch on that, man. If not, we can move to the next one.
I mean, we just know that the Bible talks about 400 years. You know what I'm saying? A 400-year prophecy, right? But still, things have to be done for the Most High to come, to send His Son back to come and get us out of this condition. Some things have to be done on our end. So we know it's been over 400 years,
right,
that we've been getting persecuted. So this 12 years don't hold a candle, a flame to the atrocities and the plight of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child in this country and abroad. I'll read the third point. Jewish people were excluded from public life on September 15, 1935. When the Nuremberg, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say let's get 2 Maccabees 6. So Jewish people, so part of their Holocaust, they were excluded from public life when laws were issued. Well, let's see what we were excluded from when laws was issued against us.
That's right. Khan, this the book of pages stuck together. All right, this is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6. Where you want me to start off at? Number 1? You can start at 6.
You know what? You can start at 6, but I want to read this first. I mean, you can start at 1, but let me read this first, right? This is First Maccabees, chapter 1, and let me start at verse 41. And then you're gonna read that next, right? It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. Now we know this is us going into the Greek captivity, but Antiochus Epiphanes had us in submission in our land, and he decided to set this edict out throughout the whole kingdom, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king. Yet many also of the Israelites consented to this religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. So the king has set forth a law that everybody should be one people. That's how so many of us became Greeks. Yo, to the Jewish man who dealt with Nazi Germany, they was not told that you had to get rid of your God. You had to forget who you were. You had to serve idols. They was not told this. They were stripped of their citizenships. Maybe that's what should have happened to us. Maybe we should have been stripped of our Greek citizenship at some point, or our Roman citizenship, or our citizenship of Thessalonica, or any of the other places that are in the Bible that we were dwelling in those lands during those times. Maybe we should have been stripped of those stripped of the citizenship of America and give us our true nationality. Maybe that would make a big difference.
Yeah, come.
But we didn't have to deal with that. Y'all didn't have to deal with that.
Right.
What did it say in 6 and 6? It started 4, I think. 6 and 4, and read down to 5. Read down to 6.
Verse 4.
This is what they did. This is what they did to us and our people. And you complaining about not being able to have a public life.
2 Maccabees chapter 6 and 4. For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles, who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places. And besides that, brought in things that were not lawful.
Man, this is what they did to our temple, man. Our holy place, man. When we sacrificed and we prayed to the Most High. This is what they did to our thing, man. So y'all don't really care about that. Y'all don't really care about that. It holds no weight for you, not really. This is what they did to our thing, man. You know? Go ahead, read.
The altar also was filled with profane things, which the law forbiddeth. Neither was it lawful. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Man, you the one who was probably hiding the fact that you were a Jew back in those times when the Nazis were coming after y'all. Let's keep it real. Y'all probably was hiding underneath floorboards and everything. And I can understand it. People trying to kill y'all. But they was killing us for professing that we were who we are.
There you go.
Yo, there's a big difference in the two, man. Yo, I yield on that point.
Hey, that's so heavy of a point. We gotta really think about this. Let's get Ecclesiastes. Matter of fact, I'm almost there. I'm just gonna pull Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. Right? Because what they want to say is, oh, well, you know, that was what happened in the Bible. It's a little bit different now. Okay, let's see what the Bible says.
I'll read it for you.
Okay, Khan, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the sun. So like under the heaven. So like,
hey, so listen. Now jump back and go to chapter 1 and verse 9, right? But so everything has a season, right? You have a season to go through these curses. You have a season. Now, the Bible already told you that the curses have to be forever. And the brother pulled out that you went through your curses for 12 years. And then immediately after that, you was taken into Israel, the greatest land on earth. You was taken to that land after 12 years. All right, now read that.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And the thing that which is done, it is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
Hey, the way it happened in the past is the way it should be happening right now. They should be trying to force you to be like them. This is really the thesis of what the Israelites teach. It don't matter what camp you go to. This is the thesis of what we teach. These other nations want you to think you a Gentile, man. Matter of fact, they'll go so far as to say it don't even matter if you're Israelite. You're a Gentile. It really don't matter what you are. You're African. It don't matter, right? Is this not exactly what we see in the Maccabees?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because that which shall be is that which was done, right? And there's no new thing under the sun, man. So that's the only thing I wanted to pull out. Like, they can't get away from that. They got to deal with that. The stuff they went through do not match what our people are supposed to be going through.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man. Y'all got anything else y'all want to bring out? I feel like, hey, all the points I wanted to hit has been hit. You know what I'm saying? I got one more precept I want to bring out. Honestly.
Yo, I know Judah. I know Judah where you at with it, man. And I know everybody. We ain't trying to hold y'all and beat a dead horse. It's real quick, man. I feel like I gotta touch on something, and I don't want to keep it.
Nah, it ain't no rush. It ain't no rush.
Read. Okay, read 4 for me.
What you want?
On that list. Read 4. No. Read number 4 on that list.
Salaki. I thought you was done with it. That's why I took it off the screen. Salaki.
Nah. It's another point that I want to make. I don't know if we can show it, but I'm gonna read some of the points real quick if I can.
All right, I'll read it for you. It's called verse. Point number 4. Kristallnacht or not, the night of broken glass, occurred in the night of November 9th, 1938. Nazis pillaged, burned synagogues, broke windows of Jewish-owned businesses, and attacked Jewish people in Austria and Germany. 30,000 Jews were arrested and sent to concentration camps.
Yo, and around the time of like 1919, and this is just a very small example.
That's
because
right.
There was plenty of examples. And I don't know, I sent you the picture, Judah, but I sent you the article, Jonathan, but I don't know if you can actually show a picture in that article. Around the time of starting around 1917 in East St. Louis, to like 1923, they depicted this time period, and they called it the Red Summer. I don't know if anybody ever heard of that. So I'm bringing this out because they're talking about on this night, in November 9th, 1938, the Nazis pillaged, burned synagogues. Yo, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street was part of the Red Summer. St. Louis, the Red Summer. Elaine, Arkansas, the Red Summer. Rosewood, Florida. If y'all remember that movie with Vin Raines back in the day, or if y'all ever heard that story of Rosewood. This is also a thriving so-called Black community down in Florida, was part of the Red Summer. Washington, D.C., back in 1919, was also another place where they had committed, and they called the Red Summer. See, what happened was a lot of us went to fight during World War I. We came back with guns, with skills. You know what I'm saying? Brothers was tired of that. We ain't gonna lay down no more. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, they came out in masses. Any kind of confrontation with the Black family, with a Black man, even with a Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Scroll up some. Keep scrolling up some. You're gonna see like a map of all the different places. That's the top, ain't it?
Yeah, Salaki, that's a different it's probably a different
that's a whole different article you showing. So that's a whole different article you showing.
Because
anyway,
it was on my phone. So can you see this page here? Let me show you this page. Because see, that's the thing. That's a beautiful thing what you're bringing out, man. Like they crying because that junk happened one time. Are we serious?
Yeah. Yo, this is just an example because it happened to us plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Eliel tells the story. I don't want Eliel tells the story about how Thanksgiving even started. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not as versed in the story, but I know it was a time period where they was having like a feast, and the army came through and cut their heads off, and you know what I'm saying, was doing all types of atrocities to our people. Man, it's been plenty of times that this stuff has happened to us. So you can go into Jersey about the shootings and fightings in Jersey. You can go into I think it's Wilmington, North Carolina, Judah.
That's right.
I think that's where it's at, right?
That's right.
Where they killed people and ran the people out of town out in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? You can get into Philadelphia, where they dropped a bomb on the people out in Philly, in the city.
The move.
You know what I'm saying? We got so many different stories.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's right.
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's part of, you know what I'm saying, the Red Summer. You know what I mean? So you listen, y'all can look up if Jonathan is showing some of the different massacres and things that's happened to our people, man. And they complaining about one thing.
Right.
And you know what's funny, man? Now that Giannis is going on through these massacres, you got the Wilmington massacre, you got the Durham massacre, you got the Greensboro massacre, and these niggas are still cooling.
Right.
That shows you the destroyed state of our people, man. You got 3 massacres within. Durham is an hour from here, not even. Then you go another 2 hours, 3 hours up the road, you got another massacre.
Right.
So within 3 hours and 45 minutes, you got 3 massacres. And you still cooning. And
that's only the stuff they classifying as a massacre too.
Facts.
You gotta think about each and every one of these cities. It was brothers hanging from trees, man. Like strange fruit.
Yep.
Man.
You know
Man, and they still have people swinging from trees today. I remember like last year or the year before last, you found all these people hanging from a tree.
Facts.
You still got modern day lynching. A brother sleeping at the daggone drive-through get killed by the police. Come on, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even be in the house with my wife and child. I can't even live in the house with my wife and child. Because if she's getting any kind of assistance, any kind of help, I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is a different kind of massacre, a separation of our family structure, a breakdown of our family structure. Man, it's an attack against our people. Y'all ain't got to deal with that.
And Salaki, the welfare system isn't the mindset or mind state behind the welfare system isn't this. It isn't. You have a man at home. If a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. He needs to be provided and taking care of his family, so you don't get an assistance. So that man gets out and work. It's not that. It is. I know these sisters. I know these nigga women is gonna pick this welfare over their man because we condition them to be like this.
Right.
In the slave trade, during the slave trade. It's not. You are a man. You're able-bodied. Go out and work. We're not giving you assistance. Go do what you got to do. It's not that. These nigga women will have a bunch of babies by these men, and they will grow up effeminate because we are going to make sure the man is out of the home because these nigga women are going to make sure that man leaves.
That's right.
And she's going to trust in us more than she trusts in her man.
Mm. Hey, yo,
so
Israel, man.
Woman would get a welfare letter in the mail and say, hey, it's either the father of your child stays in the house or you just don't get this welfare. That don't getting ripped up.
Right.
Because we coming back to the knowledge of who we are. Go ahead, King.
Salaki, yo, Israel, hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hey, we out here, man. We talking about, you know what I'm saying, the comparison of us versus them and who has been through the true Holocaust. I want to wrap this thing up, man, but I feel like I gotta hit some more points.
Hey, Salaki, hey, before you move off this point, let me hit one more thing on that, right?
Yeah, I'm enjoying this, y'all, man. I'm enjoying this. I don't want Kanal said we need to do this more often.
All right.
Hey, need to get the Rock up in here, something like that.
That's right.
All praises, man. All praises.
Go ahead, make your point. I'm Jonathan.
Hey, no, I was just gonna go into this, right? And if Judah could put that up real fast. So look, y'all know about this. Let's look at this real quick. And this is off of USA Today. I always like to share the. So this is not a bias. It ain't like an Israelite source that I'm sharing this. No, this is USA Today. Now let's see what they said. So it's a lady named Margaret Singer. Mm-hmm. She created this thing called Planned Parenthood. You want to talk about massacres? All right. So it says, like the abortion lobby today, Sanger urged Dr. Gamble to enlist the help of spiritual leaders to justify their deadly work. Writing, we do not want word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. And the minister is the man who can straighten out the idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members. I had to pull that out, man. Y'all pastors is really cooning, man. Y'all got a pastor that's a damn Senate member, House of Representatives. He a doctor. You know what I'm saying? The man getting money on every side of the coin. Con, go ahead.
Hey, what was one of the famous quotes that Margaret Sanger said?
Right.
She said, "Black folks are like weeds that need to be exterminated."
And that's wild, man.
I have a book called The History of Eugenics, the plan to make a master race, right? These people, and Margaret Sanger is one of the goddesses of the eugenics movement. They were trying to make everybody blonde-haired, blue-eyed white people.
Right.
Upper class.
Right.
So they were killing us just for being black. They couldn't make us blonde-haired, blue-eyed. So it was just killing us.
That's right.
Just like Adolf Hitler, they were doing experiments and trying to change people's eye colors, right? And if you was like from Martinsville, Virginia, Danville, Virginia, you're getting wiped out. Whether you were white, black, green, it didn't matter, right? These people don't even care about their own people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Margaret Sanger was like more wicked than people give her credit for, man. Like for real. Right. And why would you try to make everybody blonde hair and blue eye when everybody knows blonde hair, blue eye, and white skin are the most recessive genes?
Right. That don't make no sense.
Just want to make a recessive race.
That go to show you that they the base man on the earth. This is the simplest, most vile man on the earth. Go ahead.
See, what happens is they try to hide the Most High's chosen people, you know what I'm saying, in disguise. So we could all look alike. Right. The Most High comes back for his people. Hopefully they won't be able to find them. I don't understand. It makes no sense.
Hey, yeah, you're right,
The whole name of Lynchburg, Virginia is a horrible name.
It's Lynchburg.
Right. hey, we got the Noose River.
Right.
We got the Noose River.
Cliffs of the Noose.
That's right.
Yo, out here we got plantations everywhere.
You know what's funny about that?
Cotton field plantations.
Hey, they name projects after plantations.
Facts.
They'll be like you know, Gardenville Plantation. That's the name of the project.
Green Acres.
Right.
Hey, now look, you know what's funny? But we gotta go back to that Cliffs of the Noose. A cliff is a good place to hang a nigga. Because he don't got nowhere to stand at. It's a cliff.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying. It's, man, look, man. And you see in the thumbnail of the picture, man, these people, man, just like what Aharon was going into, man, these different atrocities they try to get you to learn from your youth, from elementary and middle school. These different atrocities, man. It shows you that these atrocities don't hold a candle to the atrocities of the black and brown people of the world, man. You see in the thumbnail, you have 100 white people, 200 white people there to watch one man die.
Right.
Well, how does that compare to your Holocaust? It doesn't.
Right after Sunday school.
Right after Sunday school, they still got their suits on, man.
Yeah, their kids.
The kids. There's one that I couldn't find. Where there's a little like 9-10-year-old
postcards.
baby. Right. The postcards.
Hey, and look, this is what y'all not thinking about. That little girl is somewhere around here trying to marry your you know what I'm saying? Trying to marry Jake, man.
Hey, Big Man, how about Shimmy Al-Shah? You funny. How about Shimmy Al-Shah?
That little girl's still alive. She's still alive right now. She's somebody grandma.
Yep.
And you trying to marry her granddaughter, and you come in the house, and she's standing there looking at you like, "Oh, for real?"
Right.
No. You don't know what these people will do to you, man. Y'all gotta come out of this, man.
Hey, Big Man, you know they in your state, man. Virginia and Carolina was named after two white women. They didn't put no seasoning on their food. They took their chicken right out and put it in the oven. They didn't even wash their chicken.
Bland potato salad, man.
They put raisins in potato salad.
Hey, we taught them how to cook, man. They stole all our recipes and they opened up KFCs and they opened up damn what's that other white lady name? Martha Stewart.
Right. And then want to say nigga and use it in niggas
Right.
together. Oh,
Right.
Man.
Hey, let me read this last thing. I'm gonna pull this down.
King.
Look, it said birth control to eliminate the unfit. Right, but consider Sanger's own words in an article titled I can't read today, man. I don't know what's going on. In an article titled "A Better Race Through Birth Control," she wrote, "Given birth control, the unfit will voluntarily eliminate their kind."
Oh
man, that was the plan. Right now, tell me if that's not the definition, word for word, of crafty counsel.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Hey, and you know what, man? You bringing that out, it has to kind of make you think. All the things that we think of as normal, we got to think about what was the plan behind it when it was created.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that made me think. Like, what was the plan behind it when it was created? All right, we're gonna go there for a second. Condoms was created to fight against STDs.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just imagine for a second, let's be adults here, that if every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man never wore one of those, they will be gone.
Right.
They will be out of there. You know what I'm saying?
We had a kingdom.
If every Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman was not on birth control, it will be over. And then that leads you to this, right? Because if they don't use it, which a lot of them don't, we see our so-called Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters, they touch their wives, triplets.
Right.
Right? Now, then we got to go into it. Another crafty counsel. The medical or the farmer system. We was a brother sent me a article yesterday because I made a status on my Facebook that I can't stand when I see Esau holding my son. Right? Everybody know my son was premature, so he's been in this hospital for a minute, and every time I see it, I just be mad. Like, I can't believe you. You know what I'm saying? So he sent me a article, and it was from CNN, another unbiased source, that says Black children are more likely to die when under the care of white doctors.
I heard that before.
And how do you feel as a father knowing that?
Right.
How do you feel?
You can't sleep.
I'm going somewhere at the moment. I wanted to turn around and be like, that's why we've been in there. Like, most of my classes been from the hospital. I'm sitting there like, what you doing? This is what we have to do, man. Right? Because, and this is why the name of this class is called What Holocaust?
Hey, Salakia. Hey, when I was in the hospital with my oldest son, they brought back the wrong baby. My rib will tell you this. Yo, so we sitting in there, and my rib, I ain't even catch it. And I was just kind of watching TV, flipping through the channels. And she was like, hold up, this ain't my baby. And the nurse was like, ma'am, we know what we're doing. And my rib about to lose her mind. She about to start fighting this. I'm like, all right, hold on. I go check. It's not my son. It's somebody. It don't even look like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's somebody else's kid. For real. Yo, that's scary, man. This is the type of game Esau can play with you, and you don't really have no power to do nothing, man. This is what Deuteronomy 28 is all about.
And sidebar, and this is why it's very, very, because another part of the crafty counsel, like we talked about the welfare system, is for men not to be in their kids' lives at all.
Right.
Yeah,
right. We trust in oppression. So a lot of us go in there thinking these people are friends. They're not your friend, yo.
Right.
Let's spin it back. This is why this class is called What Holocaust? Because there was a 12-year Holocaust, and there's a 400+ year Holocaust that's still going right now.
That's right.
So me, I'm in that joint like this.
Right.
Oh, he doesn't talk a lot. Why does he look so mean? I'm not playing with y'all. That's why. Because I know what y'all are doing. I know the crafty counsel.
That's right.
I understand that. Now, what about all the fathers that don't know this truth? We saw a father. I wasn't there that day. I was out working. My rib calls me, and she said, "Man, I saw the scariest thing. I'm gonna stay here for I'm gonna stay here for a couple more hours." I'm like, "What happened?" I walked down the hallway to the family room to get something out of the refrigerator, and I saw a man on the floor crying, and all the nurses in the room. I'm like, "What you mean?" They baby died. Well, what was it? Was it Esau? Mm-mm. It was us. The only baby to die while we was there looked like us.
Man.
You know how mad I was? I'm mad talking about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't trust our enemy, man. We can't trust our enemy. We trust our enemy in everything, and then we trust our enemy in education. So now they can have, what's the International Holocaust Remembrance Day? When the name of Israel was supposed to be no longer in remembrance.
There you go.
But they don't teach you about your Holocaust. Why? Because that's history. So they can talk about that one because that's history. This ain't history. It's still going.
Hey, and the cut to what you just said, that Psalms 83, it's Edom who said, "Let us make their name be no longer in remembrance."
Come.
So why are we now in Edom and they talking about National Holocaust Remembrance Day? Ain't no way you the Israelite just off that. Everything they do make the scripture come back void, man. Everything they do. So they can't be the people.
Hey, Salakia, it's a point that I wanted to make to add on to y'all points too, that we really ain't addressed too much of. Then I kind of wanted to hit on 6 real quick. I'm trying not to keep y'all too much longer, man. I really am. But
no, you good, King. I'm gonna read it for you. Point number 6.
Hey, hold up. Before we go there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also want to address the abductions and organs being taken out of our people. You know what I'm saying? Our sisters being abducted into sex trade, sex trafficking, and body parts being taken out, our organs, our livers, our kidneys. You know what I'm saying? Melanin is the most valuable material on this earth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us get abducted for our melanin also. So, man, these people don't have to deal with what we have to deal with. I just wanted to bring that out, man. Put that out there too, for brothers can think about and do their own research for if they choose to. Yeah, let's hit 6 real quick.
Point number 6. Following Germany's invasion of Poland, Jews were forced to live in confined areas called ghettos, sometimes sealed off from the rest of the city by fences or barbed wire. Sounds like redlining. There, they faced shortages of food and medicine and a constant fear of being deported into concentration camps.
Yo, it doesn't just sound like redlining. This was redlining. What do we call our hoods?
Ghettos.
We call it the ghettos. The ghettos. That was the name for where the Jews resided. The ghettos. There's something else that they probably stole from us. This is redlining for us. You know what I'm saying? And instead of concentration camps, we would go to prison. You know what I'm saying? That's what we would go to growing up in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the hoods. You have got a wicked jump shot, or you slinging crack rock. You know what I'm saying? Those are the 2 options you really had for a long time. Shortages of food, man. Plenty of times brothers had some like bread and sugar sandwiches. I don't know. Brothers, you know what I'm saying, had rough times growing up. I don't know about y'all, but when we was younger, we had rough times. You know what I'm saying? I think the Most High for my mother to be able to put a meal on the table. But at the same time, a lot of us had real rough times, bro. Especially with the drug and crack epidemic. Anybody want to touch on 6? We gonna move on.
Hey,
Good.
No, you good. You got it.
No. I was saying, go ahead. I ain't want to touch on it.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to add to it. I think you know, that one pretty straightforward.
Yo, 6 go right into 7. Nazis constructed over 44,000 incarceration sites, which included detention centers, forced labor camps, and killing centers. Yo, we have been put into all types of slavery camps back in the 1920s and 30s. Let somebody bring an accusation against you. You going into a slavery camp, a detention camp. Y'all remember Life, where they claim them dudes murdered somebody?
That's right.
They went to jail for, what, 60 years for a murder they didn't commit? You know what I'm saying? A lot of our people done died in there, died in prison. Like some people just getting found not guilty after doing 20, 30 years, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it happening in the news all the time.
Hey, Salakia,
So, I mean,
that you know, I think about it like this, man. Y'all gotta stop playing with this, man. Number 7, they talking about 44,000 incarceration sites. Let's think about this. Let's just do the numbers real quick. How in the hell you got, now we read this article earlier about the United States. And the United States they was building prisons every 10 days. Right? And over the period of like 14 years, they ended up with like 300 or 400 prison sites. Remember we read that? How the hell they had time to build 44,000 incarceration sites, man? How? Bro, they tripping, man. They lying. And then look,
it don't sound
this
right.
is a 12-year period.
What
You
the
get
math
all
ain't
that.
mathing? Would you say, Judith?
Yeah, the math ain't mathing.
The math ain't math. You get all that in 12 years, but it take you 6 months to build a Taco Bell in today's time, and they don't even have that technology back then. Yo, they gotta stop.
Yeah. And that goes right into the next point in 8. Approximately 6 million Jewish people died during the Holocaust. Yo, I don't know that number. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
But even with that, even if the possibility of this number was true, bro, how many of us died during the slave trade? I used to have that number too.
I'm looking it up right now.
I know they say.
Hey, I know they
5.5 million Native Americans.
There you go.
And I think 12.5 so-called African slaves, millions.
Yo, I have a scholarly article that they estimate over the period of time that over 100 million Native Americans died. And they're talking about from North, South, Mexico, and indigenous islands. All at the hands of Europeans.
Hey,
I tend to believe that.
It says for every 100 slaves that reached the so-called New World, 40 had died.
Right. On the way over. That's right.
They say right now, and I don't know if this is fact, somebody can let me know. You can put it in the comments. They say that there's a group of sharks that still follow the passage of the ships because how many bodies were thrown overboard.
I believe it.
Change their natural routes on how they move, how the sharks move.
That's right.
That's I've heard that before. That's real deep, man.
So hold on, dog. 40% of all slaves died before they even got here. But look at how many got here. So think about how many died. Yo, that's crazy, bro.
That's right.
These people are bloodthirsty.
Hey, and then when they got you here, then they breeded you. And your children went into slavery. And their children went into slavery. And entire generations of people in your family line never knew nothing but slavery.
And he let us out of that when the first generation of the elders that knew a little bit better was dead.
That's right.
Or they died. Like this, how you know? Like this was that crafty counsel that the name of Israel will be no longer in remembrance. I'm gonna keep you into slavery, and ironically, I'm gonna let you out when the elders that can pass out down the information, and then the person he passed that down to, and the person he passed that down to, all of them were dead. To the point where when we let you go, you are who we said you are. You are niggas. You 3/5 of the human. But we supposed to remember they Holocaust.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, number 10 says the United Nations designated January 27 as the International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Man, we've never got anything, any recognition, any help, any recompense, anything from anybody. We don't have no seat in the United Nations. We don't have no representative. We don't have nothing. Nobody fights for us.
Right.
Nobody. So who's the one who's been through a real Holocaust? You've got reparations. You continue to this day to receive reparations, man.
That's right.
But we haven't gotten anything from anybody. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day with your boy Biden, you know what I'm saying, making promises. He ain't did nothing. He want to give you a black Supreme Court judge, a female Supreme Court judge. That's what he want to do. Let me give you this.
Hey, Salaki, King.
He's probably going to run there, probably be right in his pocket.
Hey, Salaki, and I'm going to say as much as this. I wouldn't be surprised if a reparations bill get passed. And I'm going to tell you why. Right? Trump hates y'all niggas. And gave y'all what's them checks that I never got called?
Stimulus packages.
They gave you 3 stimulus checks.
Right.
Y'all niggas gave it right back.
Uh-huh.
Then they let the PPP hustle come out. Y'all jumped on that. They gave it right back.
Hey, that's why it's called a stimulus package. Are people we're not thinking?
It's stimulating us for a time.
Why is it called an economic stimulus package? Because it's stimulating the economy. They're not worried about you.
That's my point. That's the point. So if they gave us reparations, they gave us 1 stimulus check, they gave us 2. They gave a third one, right?
I think so.
I believe so.
The third one. I think the first was 600, the second was 1,200, something like that. I think they gave a third. Then they gave a PPP loan. They're talking about giving out stimulus or COVID relief money again.
Mm-hmm.
But see, we're not smart enough to think like maybe these white folks are in a think tank and they're trying to see how they can build their economy back up.
That's right.
So they're taking data on how fast, because they have access to our bank account, right? So they're taking data on how fast we give it back. And then we're finally going to give them a COVID relief bill where they get $1 million. All of them are going to give it back. We're going to make interest on it or whatever, how they work it. And then our economy will be back straight again. It's like the brother said, man, we stimulating the economy. What? The so-called, this is how you know the Jewish man. Give me that in Haggai that you always pull. Give me that real quick. This is how you know that the so-called Jewish man is not the true Jew. This is another one.
Yep, should be Haggai, what, 1 and 4?
Something like that.
That's right. Hey, this is a good one, huh? My page is stuck together, man. All right, 1 and 6, the book of Haggai. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Mm-hmm. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not full with drink. You clothe yourself, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes.
Now this is Haggai talking to us, right? You work a lot, but you get a little bit out of it, mm-hmm. Right? You earn wages. That's talking to the children of Israel, man.
I mean, dealing with us and them. Who is it talking to?
I'm about to prove it. I'm about to prove it. I'm about to prove it. Cause, who, buddy? I'm about to prove it. Cause it says you earn wages to put it in a bag with holes in it.
That's right.
And every time you drop some money in that bag, it falls right to the ground. By the time you get to your destination, you don't have no more doggone money. Right? Now I want to show y'all something. I'm gonna get facts because y'all don't believe us. Y'all believe everybody else. So I'm gonna get facts. How about that? Can y'all see my screen? Okay. Now let me zoom in.
Bring it out.
Let me zoom in just a little bit. Salaki, let me get it right. Oh shoot, I'm zooming into.
I can see that. Oh, you're going too far. Right there. It's right there. No.
Okay. Buying power versus money circulation. Can somebody read that for me?
It says, although black people have more buying power than ever before, their economic prosperity is still limited.
Salaki. Whoa. That's that guy right there. But keep going.
That is. Buying power or the amount of income someone has to spend doesn't equate to economic growth.
Mm-hmm.
Although blacks have nearly 1 trillion gross national income, only 2% is reinvested into black communities.
Bro. Yo, can you even calculate that right there? Like, hold on, wait. Hold on. That's 100 million.
What's that?
2%? That's like
$200 million.
$200 million. That's nothing.
You said $1 trillion? You said 2%?
Yeah, that's like 200 million.
Yeah, that's 200 million.
Bro. Only 2% of 100 trillion.
Actually, it might be 20 million. But either way, it don't even make no difference.
That's bro. That's ridiculous.
Or billion. Hey, we saying million. It should be billion.
Nah, not a billion. 2%.
Yeah, 2%. It's just so it should be like 20 billion. But that's crazy. That's nothing.
We showing our math skills up here.
Right. Hey, the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. Hey, that's the quote of the day, man.
The math ain't mathing, man. Right? Bro. $20 billion out of $1 trillion goes back into the black community. Read the precept again, please.
Oh, Salaki, I didn't even know you wanted it again.
Nah, you good, King. I just figured that part out.
Yeah. Hey, look, you have sown much and bring in little.
We sown much. We got $1 trillion worth of daggone gross national income, but only 2% is reinvested into our communities. Go ahead.
You eat, but you have not enough.
Mm-hmm.
You drink, but you are not filled with drink.
Mm-hmm.
You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes.
Read the next paragraph right here in this article, King.
The key is that income needs to stay in the black community longer.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, a dollar circulates 6 hours. 6 hours in a African American community.
Hold on. He that earned his wages.
That's right.
Earned it to put it in a bag with holes. Because we in North Carolina, we got Duke Energy, right? We get paid. Duke Energy, owned by Edomites. Chanel bags, owned by Edomites. Jordans, I can't lie, that's owned by Edomites, bro. I do it sometimes. I'm gonna keep it hot.
Right.
Because that's part of the curses, bro. You will serve your enemies in want of all things. So it says for 6 hours, a dollar circulates in the African American community. Watch this. Keep going.
Compared to 20 days in a Jewish community.
Bro, the dollar circulates in the Jewish community for 20 whole days before it leaves.
Man.
And what else does it say?
Hey. And 30 days in an Asian community.
So it seems to me, and one of y'all brothers can let me know if I'm tripping, but it seems to me that the dollar only leaves that community when somebody just wants something that is made by somebody else that day, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this."
Right.
This is crazy, bro. But these people, the Jewish people, are the people of the book. You can't convince me of that, man. You can't convince me of that at all. I yield, man.
And the reason they use those three people groups is because we're all so-called minority groups, and we have our own, quote unquote communities. But look, this is the difference between us and any other immigrant population, right? And the so-called Chinese man is an immigrant. He moved here, and he was able to build Chinatowns in major cities throughout the United States, and they can live there and they can support their people when they move in. If a Chinese man comes over here to America and he get his paperwork, he can get a job. He don't need to have to be able to speak no Chinese or no English. He can get a job in his own community. He can get affordable housing in his own community. He can get all of these resources in his own community. We as a people are the only ones that don't do that. Why? Because we was not brought here as immigrants. We was brought here as chattel. We was brought here. We weren't even people. We were goods when we were brought here. So that's enough of the so-called white man calling himself the Jew of the Bible.
That's right, man. That's right, man. Yo, Jan,
I got two things.
I got
two things I want to say real quick, right? For this last one, you ain't got to pull it up. But that last one on that article says in 1953, the Knesset, whatever parliament, made a national holiday to remember those murdered during the Holocaust. So let me tell you what a national holiday will be. Psalms 58 and 10. Psalms 58 and 10, right?
I'll read it for you. I'm right here. This is a book of
got
Psalms.
One more precept, and I'm done after that.
Okay, Con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance, and he shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. Keep going.
Yo, that's a holiday right there. That's a holiday for us. You can read verse 11, but that'll be a holiday right there for us. We can wash our feet in the blood of the wicked, man. You can read verse 11. I got another precept though.
Con. Verse 11, so that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a God that judgeth in the earth.
Man, all praises to the Most High, man. How about Shema Mashiach Yahushua? Hey, Wisdom of Solomon. I'm reading myself. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. I'm starting at verse 1. Right? Wisdom of Solomon 5. I'm starting at verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and make no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they repented in groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his honor.
Go to dial up again. What was he at?
God, insane. I was going into it too.
Hey, we gotta read that again, because
Salaki, I'm gonna read it for you. All right. I think we got to about verse. We got to about verse 3. So I'm gonna read 3 again. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God? And his lot is among the saints.
Yo, that's it right there. Who is that talking about right there, man?
That's us.
Who has been through the true Holocaust, man? Right. Yo, I yield on my point.
Hey, Con. Hey, Giannis, you got anything else you want to bring out, King?
Hey, I think we hit the points.
Hey, well, let me get this last precept then. Somebody give me Psalm 73 and verse 8, because when Jonathan posted this in the chat earlier about this so-called Folly Day, and I immediately was like, yo, what the hell? Because to me, it's a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bring it out, King.
The book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Like you start from verse 1. I meant to say verse 1.
Okay, Khan. Truly God is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart.
Mm-hmm.
But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped.
Mm-hmm.
For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
It says that the Israelites are supposed to be in tribulation and poverty. One more time, I'm going to bring that out. The Israelites, the people of the book, were supposed to be in poverty and tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
Asaph is saying, I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
That's right.
We get mad every day that we know that they own the Diamond District, that they own Hollywood. They probably own the pharma companies, right? They own all the media outlets. They own our rap music. We're upset at that thing, man. Keep going, King.
Khan, verse 4. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Uh-huh.
They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men.
Because they're not under the damn curses, bro.
That's right.
I'm not trying to hear that no more.
Beautiful.
They're not in the damn curses. Whether they like it, understand it, believe it or not. And in the first 20 minutes of this video, we obliterated that thought process.
Right.
Keep going, King.
Therefore, pride compassed them about as a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Violence covered them as a garment.
Uh-huh.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish.
Who else could this be talking about? I've been hearing about 16-year-olds bar mitzvahs for years and how they get down at them bar mitzvahs and how much money they receive.
Hey, that's right.
You get a doggone, you get a card, right? You get a little card for your birthday, you be like,
right.
You be shaking it, hoping something fall out that door. Ain't nothing in there, Jay.
Look, you get the same amount as your age.
You right.
11, you 11, you get $11.
Hey, look, everybody was growing up. I was like, yo, my auntie gonna give me $1 more next year.
Right.
When I turn 20, I'm gonna get $20.
That's right.
That mess stop at 15.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, right. But they have more than the heart could wish. Keep going.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
And this is what the International Holocaust Remembrance Day is, man. It's speaking lawfully about corruption and oppression, man. They speak that's speaking wickedly about it, because for y'all to make us remember everything that y'all got going on, right? And tell us that's what you were supposed to bring out. Tell us to forget. Oh, it happened years ago.
Right.
Forget about it. Oh, that was 400 years ago. Right? Like Jim Crow wasn't 65 years ago in segregation. Right? That's speaking loftily about corruption and oppression. Right? We'll get this last one, man. Give me Deuteronomy 32 and 7.
Oh, that's the spirit. All right. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7.
This is what we're supposed to do. Forget what they say. This is what we're supposed to do.
That's right. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask your father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee.
So this is why you're supposed to talk to your grandma and your granddaddy and ask them what life was back then, why you still got them. So you can come back to these scriptures and line it up, man. You're supposed to remember the days of old, man. You're supposed to ask your elders, and they're going to show you, man. And it's going to further prove to you and build up your faith, further prove why you are the children of the Most High and why they're not. Right? Point blank, period, man. You know how many Amalekites got on Clubhouse and was all up in my inbox talking junk, and I say, nah, come on Monday, we'll have a conversation. Nope. Why not? Because you know that we can cut you and we can prove that you're not the people of the book.
That's right.
Point blank, period, man. They'll talk from the sidelines all day long, but when it comes to going in between the pages of this book, it's a wrap. They ain't trying to do that.
They put them track shoes on.
Yeah. It's over. All right, so we supposed to remember the days of old, man. We supposed to remember these things. We ain't forgetting nothing. Forget that Holocaust. We got to remember our Holocaust, man.
Con.
Point blank, period. Anybody got anything else to say before we wrap this thing up, man?
Con, that's it for me.
Hey, brothers clowning me on my internet, man. They don't know Amalek, man, trying to stop the word from coming out, but you can't get away. You can't get away.
Hey, that's what we forgot, man. Hey, look, Esau, we know you watching. We never liked you. All right, you're not getting away because we're gonna cut your head off. That's right.
You can't get away, man. Hey, man, look, man. If you want to come to the feast day, I think this is probably like the last couple of days y'all can do it. So if you want to come to the feast day for SOT Atlanta, please RSVP for the 12th month, the new moon, January 31st at even, which is Monday. Sons of Thunder Israelites at gmail.com if you want to. He got hand mic Wi-Fi. All right. Hey, send an email to Sons of Thunder Israelites at gmail.com if you want to congregate with the Atlanta camp. If you want to congregate with the North Carolina camp, send an email to Sons of Thunder Israelites NC at gmail.com. If you accidentally send an email to Atlanta, you better make sure you specify that you want to, come to the feast day out here in North Carolina. We're going to have a beautiful time. All right, in both locations. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and all the videos, man. Like and share the videos from North Carolina camp is in the description. All right, we're going to actually start doing our classes on Thursdays on the North Carolina channel. I think our first class is going to be on February the 10th. We're going to do a class on so-called Valentine's Day. All right, because on so-called Valentine's Day is going to be the Feast of Purim, I believe. So we're not going to do a Milk Monday on that day, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can check out that class, man. With that, man, hey, man, we want to give our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, with Sons of Thunder Israelites, is our heart, prayer, desire that all Israel might be saved.
Shalom.
Whoa.